Hello and welcome to the live stream. I hope you're having a good day today. And while we go ahead and start SimCity BuildIt loading here in the background, let's do a quick run through chat, see who's here, say hello to everybody, and then we'll take a quick look back at what I've showed you in sneak peeks and live streams over the last month or so. So Ethan's here, welcome Ethan. Baby Goose, James is here, Build It with Smith, hello, welcome back. Marcel, good to see you again as well. Rory's here, hey Rory. Milosh is here, and Robson, that's a new name. Welcome to the stream, Robson, for the first time. How are you doing today? And iGamer is here as well. Fantastic, cool, a nice little crowd. I thought I'd do a quick kind of lunchtime stream. You might be able to hear I'm a little bit ill at the moment. I was kind of coming down with a bug or a cough or a cold or something on Tuesday when we did our regular weekly stream. And I'm afraid it's got worse, so that's one of the reasons you didn't see any videos yesterday. But yeah, we're going to do a kind of reaction to what the new buildings look like today. Welcome to stream, Artsy Gal and Sandeep as well. How are you doing today? So let's cut to some images quickly. So first up today, we're going to be looking at some of this stuff, so we'll come back to that in a minute. But the couple of things I've showed you over the last few weeks, I showed you this bear cave and we talked about kind of how they might move in and out of the bear cave, and then we kind of saw it live. We had this kind of sneak peek image to share with you, and if you stay tuned to the very end of recent videos, I've been putting little hints and sort of snippets of bits of images at the very end of videos, just as the kind of the drop or the bounce of the tune goes out, so look out for those kind of things. I'm going to be doing some more of that kind of stuff in future. We also talked about the horse ranch here as well, and I was kind of guessing what would happen with the different horses, whether they'd kind of have one running around the circle or whether they'd be static and stuff, and I was pretty pleased with my predictions on that one. And then finally we looked at the old farm, which you can see in the kind of middle right of the image here. I guessed about the kind of windmill. We saw a bug on the old farm as well, actually, when we saw it live for the first time. You can see the flowers on the sort of grassy area here, and when we actually saw those in game, they were kind of broken. They were sort of acting almost like a sort of a sheet of gelatin or a pool of water up and down. But there's two of the buildings you can see today. On the left hand side, we're going to be taking a look at the old watermill, the covered bridge, and one of the other ones was the Cobblestone Bridge, which we saw earlier. So let's bring back the device. City has loaded up, and let's take a look at them. So we've got our in-game message. Let's go ahead and tap that. Don't wait to celebrate spring with the old watermill, Cobblestone Bridge and covered bridge. Create something new by decorating your city today. Bring spring. It's a mouthful, particularly when you're a bit ill. It's like your head's all fuzzy and you're trying to talk and you can't. Bring spring to your city by tapping the icon on the left menu. Okay, we'll go ahead and check that out in a minute. That's quite a nice little image actually of the old watermill there. The little picture, that's quite nice. Yeah, I like that one. So yeah, what I'm thinking, because these have been fairly reasonably priced so far, I'm expecting these to be fairly reasonably priced as well. So I think we might see like one SimCash building, maybe 2 golden keys, or like one SimCash, 1 golden keys, 1 simoleons. But we've got the cover bridge, the Cobblestone Bridge. Oh, and I just scroll on here, don't I? And I'm assuming it's supposed to be a landscape item, so it should be down here somewhere. There it is, and the old watermill. And we're going to go ahead and hopefully place some of those in our city. We will need some water areas to be able to do that. So let's grab and put a couple of those down here now. What shall we use? Oh, I think I might have some ponds stored actually. Let's grab landscape stuff. We will be keeping the stream fairly short today. We'll just be kind of taking a look at the buildings, doing my kind of quick overview reaction to them, and then we'll be finishing up. You might actually be able to hear the birds tweeting outside as well, so apologies if that's a bit distracting. They're pretty loud actually at the moment, and I'm sitting in the garden here in a shed streaming, so that's fun. Let's shift this over here. It's definitely quieter than the house though, so that is good hopefully for the audio. Right, Let's go check out these buildings then and see if I am right. I feel like they've been fairly reasonably priced actually throughout this last couple of weeks. Let's take a look at the stuff so far. So we had like the old farm. I think this was simoleons. The sheep field was golden keys, not too bad. 16 golden keys. The horse ranch, 120 sim cash. Bit more expensive, but I think it was quite a nice building. The deer meadow, 60. The bear cave was 60. Probably the least animated, probably my least favourite of the recent landscape items, but I do find the bear, which is on it, hilarious when it sort of gets up on its haunches and waves. We've also got the rabbit forest for 8 golden keys, and I think this one was really good value. You get a lot of animation, a lot of bang for your buck of golden keys. Let's take a look at that bear cave quickly before there we go, up he gets, and woo! That's a little wave. That one, the orange one at the back. Let's watch that once more. Makes me chuckle every time I see it. I'm going to grab a sip of coffee and try and help my throat out while we look at that. Here we go. Up it gets and yoo! Oh, that's funny. Okay, right. Let's look at the new stuff. We'll get that done quickly. So we'll start with the 2 new bridges. So covered bridge. Oh, golden keys. Okay, well that marries up well with what they've got so far, and the cobblestone bridge is golden keys as well. Ah, okay, cool. Well, that's a bit of a difference to what we've currently got, but you've now kind of got, you can get a bridge for almost anything apart from simoleons. I think that's correct. Obviously, the Hope Bridge Red is golden keys. The Plumbob Bridge, which is the most expensive one, obviously 50 sim cash a segment, which is hugely expensive if you want to have any kind of bridge stuff in your city. The suspension bridge, which I think is probably my favourite, 4 golden keys, so a little bit more expensive than the cobblestone or the covered bridges, and then the Omega Bridge is obviously Neo Simoleons. Let's go ahead and place down one of the covered bridges and one of the cobblestone bridges. And let's do a second one so we can see kind of how it finishes and how it stretches out. Okay, so that's the covered bridge. Pretty interesting. It's kind of like an open barn, isn't it? I wonder if I've got an old farm stored. And the Plumbob Bridge increases by 50 sim cash for every segment, says Artsy Girl. Yeah, I knew the price went up, but I've forgotten by how much it was. Yeah, that is quite expensive, isn't it? It's a bit ridiculous, really. I don't like the fact that the buildings increase in price, and that seems to be the new norm. The first time I think we had that in game was with the Maxis Manor, and I thought that was very... Oh, have I not got a horse ranch in this city? I must have put it somewhere, right? Oh, it's like, yeah, I put them over here, didn't I? Yes. First time I saw it, I thought it was very poorly worded on the in-game sort of tooltip description you get, because it wasn't clear that, you know, you didn't get a VU item for the second thing, and at the time it was standard that buildings were a standard cost, and of course now you've got the increasing cost of healthcare and fire stations and police and stuff like that, and the coverage, so it's more standard that buildings increase over time. But their starting cost has been lowered in the case of healthcare, police care and fire coverage and stuff. So it kind of makes sense, but I do think that some of them are a bit overpriced for what you get. I'd like to see sort of better value in some of the parks. I think there are some really, really good value buildings and some really, really good looking buildings. But I think some of the values could be adjusted slightly. So we've got, yeah, the covered bridge looks pretty good near the horse ranch and the old farm. You can see that sort of barn style shape in both the bridge and the old farm. Let me bring it over and we'll put it next to it here. You can kind of see what I mean. It's the same basic shape, isn't it? Quite interesting. Fairly bulky though. It'll be something I think that is perhaps tough to just fit into a city in the centre of a city. I think you would have to build a specific kind of countryside zone with some of the newer buildings around, so things like the, you know, the horse ranch, the old farm, I've got the rabbit forest, the deer meadow, the bear cave, because it feels more natural than some of the other bridges, and says like it's much more rural in look and feel than things like the Plumbob Bridge or the Hope Bridge Red or the Suspension Bridge, which is much more kind of urban city environment. The Cobblestone Bridge I like a lot. You've got the sort of theme of the flowers on it that we had on Rabbit Forest, Sheepfield, Deer Meadow, and the ones that were on the old farm till that bug was on there, and some on the horse ranch as well, I think. So you've got a little of that kind of detail through it, so it ties together a zone quite well, and I could see you sort of having a road out to a bridge like this and then using the bridge as the entrance into like a new sort of countryside, out of town sort of area, so that's pretty nice. I think of the two, I think the Cobblestone Bridge will fit slightly better with the countryside items, but the shaping of the covered bridge and the sort of colours used fit better with things like the old farm and horse ranch. So that's going to be interesting to see what people come up with for those kinds of things, and whether we'll get some interesting designs. Let's go ahead and look at the old watermill. So I'm guessing this will be SimCash or Simoleons, because we've had 2 golden key things already. Probably SimCash though, right? Let's there it is. Ah, it's 100 SimCash. Ah, that's annoying. So I can't actually place this down and show it to you today, unfortunately. But let's drag it out into the city, and I'll try my best to show you what I can. We used up the rest of my SimCash showing you the buildings last week, and I can't actually put SimCash on this city anymore because it's not linked to any kind of like payment method or anything, and I had to move things from one device to another, so that's a bit of a pain as well. Oh, that's pretty cool. Did you see the little fish? Yeah, there's a little fish jumping around the sort of watermill. This isn't the best way to show you, but it unfortunately is the only way I can show you the building, so I'll do my best here today. So yeah, you can see the fish on the left, jumps on the left, then over to the right, jumps again. Do we get one more before that? Yeah, we get one more, and then you've got the water wheel on the side. Oh, it goes around the back for... Oh, does it? Oh, do you get 2 going around at the same time? So 1, 2, and then 1 and 3 at the same time? Trying to keep an eye on the right hand side and the left hand side at the same time. Oh yeah, because it's only 2-dimensional in terms of pixels. So I think there's another one jumping like right now on the left hand side, but we can't see it either because the white bit of the border is obscuring, or it's so thin when you look at it side on you actually can't see the fish jump out. I don't know if you're following that detail on screen. Can I make a road on the other side of the bridges so we can see how they connect with the road? Yes, I will do that for you, Milosh. Sorry, I meant to do that actually when I was looking at the bridges first off, but I didn't do that. Yeah, so the fish jumps on the left. Where's it gone? Are we just not... Do we have to be... Oh, right, we have to be there to see it. Wow, that's... I'm trying to pick out exactly where the animation is. It feels like the fish jumps around there, and then we get another one here round about now. Oh, or maybe it just doesn't... Ah, I moved it, sorry. Or maybe it just only jumps once, and then you get fish jumping down the side, fish jumping down the side, and then from the front again. But yeah, you've got a nice little sort of waterfall, natural spring thing in there at the back, which is supposed to drive the wheel, which probably rotates. You can't see that very easily because of the blue of the Sims people. If I just rotate it round though, and I try and keep it still for you, yeah, there we go. Just look above the plus sign, just up and to the left hand side. That's really cool. I like this building a lot. It's definitely in theme with the other countryside items. That's a really good fit with sort of horse ranch, old farm, deer meadow even. You've got the sort of shapes and styling of it. As a landscape item, so it'll blend into it. Yeah, 100 SimCash for 2x2. What was the boost on it? I don't know if it's amazing value, but the look of it is really good. If I was still able to record my Should You Build It series, I'd definitely be saying yes on this one, I think. But what's the value? 10% boost. That's actually not too bad. If you consider things like the deer meadow... where's the one? No, the old farmer stuff. 2% boost for that. slightly larger building versus a slightly smaller one. But yeah, I really like the old watermill. What we've been able to see of it there, that's pretty nice. Definitely one that's worth considering buying. And then the bridges, if you want to sort of construct an entranceway into your countryside area from your city, sort of that getting out of town feel, you could definitely do it with the bridges. And I think they would look really good with sort of over a little lake or a pond or something like that. They could look really cool. Let's go ahead and drop in a road. And I've just realised the game sounds have been off this whole time. So let's turn those on and see if it works. Yeah, there we go. You should have game sounds now as well. Just as we're getting towards the end of the stream. Professional streamer, it's fine. We've got this. Okay, so that's kind of how the building connects with the roads. On the other side, so if you have like a 2-segment piece of building, which is what we've got here with the Cobblestone Bridge, that's what you're going to get. You've got 5 arches there. With the covered bridge, I think we're going to get, it'll be sort of 6 bridge segments basically, and the entrance is going to be very, very similar to this side on the other side. I will go ahead and place down one of those for you so you can see it. Let's get a second one of those and throw it in there. Oh, so 3 golden keys. Did I misread that? They've gone up in price. Ah, they started out at 2 golden keys, then they're 3, then they're 4 for next bridge segment. Ah, that's a bit of a shame. Oh well, okay. Ah, of course you don't actually get to see the gold band in the middle. Well, that's interesting. Not sure I like it like that. It would be nice if there was sort of seamless connection between bridges and buildings and things like that, so you didn't get the bit where you kind of get this big expanse of brown. I mean, it adds a little bit of visual difference to it, but if I add another segment on, it's going to be very obvious where the joins are, rather than having the sort of gold bands all the way along, because then that would match with the rest of the bridge. I'm not sure what would look better, actually. Yeah, it's quite nice, and it actually works quite well next to the old farm with the trees up the side of it. It kind of adds a sort of greenery as if they're growing against the very tall covered bridge. That was completely by accident, but I actually think that looks pretty good. Might be worth trying something like that in your own cities. Let's go ahead and tap this message on the left hand side, which we didn't do as well. Bridges of Bridges of SimCity County. So that's what they're calling the final week of the spring stuff. Add a touch of rustic charm to your city today. And so we've got just under 7 days left now. So 6 days, 17 hours to do that. And then show me takes you to the menu. Cool. All right. Well, that's going to do it for today. Those are my sort of first impressions of those bridges and buildings and stuff. Obviously, I'd seen them before in screenshots. Some of which I'd shared with you on sneak peek videos or live streams recently. And if you'd like to help support those series and make sure the developers can see that there's a demand for players wanting to see sneak peeks of new content coming and getting excited before it comes out, make sure you do go ahead and check out that series. You can click on there's a little eye kind of card in the top right. You can click on that during the live stream or the video afterwards as well. Or you can like on those videos and share them around to your friends. If you are going to share them, please do share the link or let them know where they've actually kind of got the information from. I've seen quite a few people recently just taking screenshots in the videos, not crediting the source or anything, and dropping them on Facebook and stuff. So if you can let people know, other mayors, where to find more information, that would be really helpful if you are sharing them. But yeah, that's going to wrap it up for today. I hope you've enjoyed that little look at the new spring update items. You've got a week to grab these and a week to get the rest of them before they go out of the spring update time. Oh, there we got cars going over the Cobblestone Bridge and the covered bridge for the first time. I hadn't seen that. Let's try and catch them as they come out. Not too bad. They still have got that problem with the bridge where they the cars kind of float over just horizontally and they don't change their angle at all as they go over the bridge. Oh, that's an invisible car there. Look, can you see that on screen? Look. I'll try and keep it in the middle. There it goes. That is an invisible car. wonder if that's a bug, or it's supposed to be like a Doctor Vu car or Maxis Man thing, that experiment gone wrong. Where's it gone? There's another one, look. Or is it turned around? Can you see them? Oh, we got loads now. Oh, is that a graphical glitch or something? Well, that's some kind of bug. It might be that maybe it's a particular type of car and my device just isn't displaying it correctly. That's really funny, look. Oh, I've lost sight of it. It went over the bridge. That wasn't a drone, right? Was it? It could have been a drone, actually. Oh, no, maybe it's drones. No, my mistake. It might be drones, not a bug. Hang on. Oh, yeah, now I can see a drone above it. Okay, but I swear that went over the bridge, and I don't think they go over bridges, do they? I've never actually checked that. I should check that. Oh, chat says it's drones as well. Whoops, my bad. Oh dear. Hey Derek, welcome to the stream. How are you doing today? Okay, you can all have a laugh at my expense. That's okay. Laugh it up. Oh dear. I could have sworn that was a car. I can't believe I didn't see that was a drone. I think because it came over the bridge, I didn't see it above it. And I thought drones didn't go over bridges. Well, I've looked like a fool today, haven't I? That's a fantastic note to end the live stream on, I think. Cool. All right. Well, it was only a short one. Thanks for dropping by. I really appreciate your support and continued love and help to sort of grow the channel and stuff. I'll try and get this up on the channel fairly soon today. I've got a little bit of time to try and get that put together into a video and uploaded, so hopefully you'll see that later on today. I've got a couple of more videos in the works, which you should see over the next few days. Depends kind of how my voice holds up and whether I can record them or not. But fingers crossed there will be another video later today on an interesting looking park we've designed, and a couple sort of over the weekend, but I can't promise anything until kind of obviously feeling better and stuff. Work has to take priority, and while I really want to put more time into this, it's kind of difficult right now. So yeah, I will get well soon. Thank you, Build It with Smith. Yes, I'll try and get well soon. I'll see you next time. Take it easy. Thanks for stopping by the stream, and I will see you again soon. Bye bye.